Доброго времени суток, друзья! Сегодня на YouTube-канале Восточно-Казахстанского технического университета имени Даулета Серикбаева особенный гость, профессор Аркадиус Гола. Профессор Аркадиус Гола является профессором экономических наук, гость из Польши. Professor, nice to see you here. Thank you for being here. How is Uсть-Каменогорск for you? First question. Could you please introduce yourself more?
Yes. So my name is Arkadius Gola, and I work in Lublin University of Technology in Poland. I came here as a visiting professor, and my visit is a 1 month time here. And to be honest, I fall in love in Kazakhstan and your city and in your university. Great students, great teachers, everything is perfect.
That's great. Glad to hear that. Thank you very much. Well, today's meeting is deducted to the industrial management topic. Для тех, кто так же, как я, не знает, что такое industrial management, сейчас профессор расскажет вам. So, Professor, please, I would like to ask you, what is it and what is the essence of manufacturing management? And is it an important area in science and industry? Could you please tell us?
Of course. So, management manufacturing or production manufacturing or operations management is a specific area of management, because it is focused on the problem of manufacturing. So why it is so important? Because nowadays customers want to buy more and more of individualist products, high quality products with low price, and that are available still time, or the time of delivery is very short. So in other words, companies are forced to product in a very flexible way, but also cost-effective way. And what is important, that we have to know that nowadays it's not difficult to produce something, but nowadays it's difficult to sell the products we manufactured. Why it is difficult to sell? Because we can say that nowadays the price of a product is not defined by the company, but by the market. And for example, let's imagine that we are going to produce, for example, bread. And we can, of course, buy very sophisticated, very advanced machine tools, manufacturing lines, employ very qualified people. But let's imagine that we produce this bread, and the cost of production is, for example, 240 tanks. And of course we would like to earn something. So I decide that I will sell this bread for 250 tanks. But we know that the average price of a bread now is around 180 or even 150.
Market economy.
Yeah, so if we will try to sell our bread for 250, probably no one of our customers or very few customers will buy this bread. So we can produce high quality bread, but we will not be able to sell.
We will lose money.
Yeah. So we have to manage our processes in that way, not to be only efficient, but also cost-effective.
Very interesting. Thank you. So it's very, very important in the market economy.
And I can also say that it's a very specific area of management, because it is between, let's say, economy and management, and between industrial engineering. So if someone wants to manage manufacturing processes, he or she must have knowledge both from technology, about manufacturing processes, technology, machine tools, and so on, and also knowledge and experience from management.
So very interesting. So this is the integration of two fields. Very interesting. Okay. Thank you. What are the key decisions when manage the manufacturing processes in a typical company? Okay, let's take a case.
Okay, of course, there are a lot of decisions that such a manager have to take. I can say that there are four main functions of management: so planning, organization, motivation, and control. And when we are in the area of manufacturing, of course, the first step is to plan manufacturing. And there are two main strategies of making manufacturing process: is make to order strategy and make to stock strategy. The first one is focused on the set of orders we receive from customers, and after that we will start our production.
Like you receive commercial offers, yeah, first?
Yeah. But nowadays, the most important is the second strategy. It means make to stock. So in this strategy, we are going to predict the demand for our products, to produce them earlier than we receive orders from customers.
So in
Why?
advance?
Yeah, in advance. Why? Because nowadays customers don't want to wait for product.
Sure.
Yeah, they want to have it immediately.
Yes,
So
you
we
can't wait for a delivery to come. Yeah.
so we have to predict what kind of products, how many these products we can sell in future, and then plan our production. After that, we have to prepare a master schedule plan. After that, we have to plan material requirements for production. And I think the last but not the least important decision is scheduling of the processes to be, as I said before, effective and cost effective and efficient.
Yes, sure. Very interesting. Thank you very much. Are there any trends in manufacturing management? If yes, what is the most important one at present?
Oh, of course that there are some methods, tools, some approaches to manufacturing management, but I think that nowadays the most important is lean manufacturing approach or even philosophy.
What do you mean by philosophy? Very interesting.
Because it's a specific way of thinking about improving the efficiency of manufacturing processes. And this philosophy was born in the 1960s or 1970s in Japan, in Toyota company. And this lean manufacturing means that we are obliged to continuous looking for and eliminating waste in manufacturing processes. And at the beginning, the Taichi Ono, who is now known as a father of lean manufacturing, specified 7 sources of waste, and they are overproduction, inventory, over processes, waiting, transport, and after that, the one additional resource of waste was defined by scientists, and it is unused talent or knowledge of workers in a company. So in this approach, it is important to, I think that we can compare lean manufacturing with let's say, losing the weight of a person. So because when we are living, let's say, normally, eating what we like, in I think 40 maybe later, we started gaining weight.
Gaining weight, yeah.
And in the company is the same. So we have, let's say, some kind of fat that makes the processes slower and slower. So the idea is to find this fat.
And to get rid of it.
Yeah, but why? Because if for example, we have a person who had 120 kilos, and he lost his weight, and we will ask him, how do you feel now? He probably will say, Yeah, great. Yeah, easier. Yeah, faster. I can move the fourth floor without the deep breathing and so on and so on. So on the one side, he lost something. Yeah, but on the other side, he gained something. Yeah, and the same situation is in manufacturing area in company. So this sources of waste I mentioned before are something like this, like that thread. Yeah. So it's very similar.
Very interesting. Thank you very much. So for such a picturesque, example. What are the challenges of manufacturing management when take into account actual trends in market changes and technology development?
Okay. There are also a lot of challenges because during the history, the way of manufacturing was changing not one, not several times, but many times. And the last century is very challenging each time, because we have to know that until the end of 19th century, the only way of manufacturing was craft manufacturing. Everything has dramatically changed at the beginning of the 20th century, when Henry Ford moved his assembly line powered by electricity, and it was the second industrial revolution. We know it now as a second industrial revolution, and this assembly line allows the company to produce cars in a very effective way, but it was totally unflexible. So they were able to produce only one car in one color with the same equipment, no changes.
It wasn't personal.
Yeah. And after that, people wanted to have different products, so the flexibility was needed. And in the 1960s, it was possible to design flexible manufacturing systems, because the CNC programming was implemented. So the machine tools became very flexible, and this was possible. But these flexible manufacturing systems were, on the other side, very expensive. So and this flexible manufacturing system and CNC control is now known as a third industrial revolution. Now we are living in the era of fourth industrial revolution. So the idea of fourth industrial revolution is focused on the topic of IT implementation into the manufacturing. Nowadays, manufacturing tools, machining tools, are obliged to communicate each other. And nowadays we
use
like
a chain.
Yeah. They communicate, and we support the management by IT technologies such as the digital twin, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, big data analysis, and so on. Just to optimize the processes, not in real factory, but in the digital figure. But in the same time, this real processes can be adjusted to be efficient and also cost effective. So I think in this area, or 4.0 industry revolution, or even because some researchers are talking about 5.0 industrial revolution, will be robots in manufacturing, because now we have robots, but they are typical industrial robots. But some companies have started to implement collaborative robots, so robots that collaborate with people. So it will be very challenging to organize such a factory to give possibility to safety to work people and robots in a safe area. So I think that we can distinguish such three area of challenges: the safety one, the social ones, because it's not easy to change our mind to cooperate with robots, and of course technical one. So I think that these challenges that
are in the future to be solved.
Yeah.
Of course. I remember once at the university I studied at Hungary, and we had an open bar where the robot was introduced, the cleverest robot. She's a woman. I don't know how to I forgot her name actually, but she could even understand some jokes. So they are working on it.
It's our future.
It's the future. Well, thank you very much for such an interesting conversation. Всем спасибо, до скорых встреч.
Большое спасибо, вам всем успехов.
Спасибо, профессор, еще раз.